lovelies. It's a Hungwana Boss Collective, and today we're going to be talking about Twitch alerts. So, I know this past week I've been doing a lot of Twitch videos, but I've made the thumbnails for the videos, so I thought I would just get them over with and teach you guys everything I know about Twitch, and then move on to the next program. And they're all in a playlist for you guys, so you'll be able to go and get them and be able to actually learn how to do all these things and become a streamer, if that's your goal. So, I would love for you guys to learn how to make your own alerts. So, just like panels, you just would go into Elements on Canva, whether you have Pro or not. It is good if you do have Pro because it will help you with removing the backgrounds. So, if you go here, you can just resize. I'm just going to make a basic shape. You can do with rounded edges. You can do a square. Or you can do a nice circle. Or more like a oval shape. So I'll show it to you all in that. And I'm going to change the color here, so I'm going to just change them to the three little things I have here. There. Maybe I'll keep that one gold. Okay, awesome. So, you guys should be able to see all three of them. Great. Now, if you go to Elements here and you search up Twitch alerts, you should be able to see some of the ones that they have already here. Like they have this one here. They have this one here. They have some ones that are just for pro users, obviously. But you can look at them and you can get inspiration from them. Don't necessarily copy them 100%. If you want some more pink ones, so if I'm going to take some inspiration from this, I'm going to leave them the same way that I have them here. But what I could do is go here and I would click on add a border, and I would add a border on each one of these. So as you can see. Then what I would also do is I would go into Elements and I would exit out of this, and I would go into here, and if I did square, I would take my square, and what I would do is I'd make that white, and then I would add another, and then what I could do I can put that over top. I can also overlay it like that, and I could also, if I want to, just insert it as such. Now, if you don't want the color to change, obviously, you can just put that's what I meant to do. So if you still want it to be the gold color, then you just keep it gold. Okay, keep it gold. Then, you still have gold and everything. Okay, so for this one, same thing. You just go to Elements. You just do the same thing and just go in here. Click your border style, and then obviously make sure you're picking the color that goes along with what you're doing. So I'm taking inspiration from it. It's not 100% the same. So yeah, for those two. And then what you would do is like you could put any shape you want. Like for instance, this one, for the gold one, I'll just put this here and I'll add a border. Make sure it's centered and everything. And then same with this one. I would duplicate this. Maybe I'll have this one in the center. And I'll make sure that it's still that color. And then for this one, I'll just duplicate it. Because that's something you can do too. You don't have to, get the other sizes again. Just duplicate it. Maybe you actually want it to touch the corners. There we go. Maybe you want it to look like like a helium balloon. Okay, so that's that. So you can add any little features you want if you want to make this, a lighter shade of this. And you want to make this more rounded, or you want to add, different texture inside, whatever it may be. Anyways, we don't need this anymore. This was just for there's just for basics. So for these alerts, you don't actually want to put the words inside of them because whatever program you're using, whether it's Streamlabs, Restream, like whatever program you're using will type the words in for you. Like it will put the words over top of these stream alert overlays. That's what they're called. So you want to make sure that these are on a separate page. So I would now take this and I would group all this together. And I would take that and put it on its own page. Doesn't need to be as big as it is. Obviously, it needs to be a certain size to look right. And this, do the same thing. Group, put it on its own page, put it in the center, and then same with this. Group it and put it all in the same center. Good. Awesome. So when you go into the back end of these programs, you're going to be able to choose the font, the color, and what alerts you want them to be for. So if we go to Twitch here, so let's go to Twitch. Good, it was still on silence. Go creator dashboard here. We go here and we look at the alerts. So even here, creating an alert box, you see here. So you can choose, see these words are already there. You can choose the width, height, all that kind of stuff. You can choose the variation. You can put your own, upload your own file, which is what you would do with what I've just created for you. You would upload that file and then it would show up here. And then you decide if you want the text and speech to go on like the top of the alert, under alert, beside the alert, wherever you want it. And you don't have to necessarily use the in Twitch alerts, but these alerts range from when you get bits, raids, charity, like you're doing charity stream, hype trains. Anytime there's a redemption, you're going to get an alert. So they're like a new follow, a new subscriber. So there's many different types of alerts. Like I said, there's animated alerts and unanimated alerts. You can see here all the different ones. And yeah, you can basically choose to upload your own file and do it that way. Or let's go back here. There we go. So that's what you use these for. So obviously the words, I'm going to just put the words on top. It would say, once you put it into your program, it would say blank follows you, and it would obviously be a lot bigger. So, and then you choose your font, you know. So you can take the words to see how it will look on it. So you can see if you want it underneath, on top, if you want it on top, make sure. But in the end, you want to save it. Basically, you go up here, download it, make sure you do transparency, and make sure it's the correct sizing and everything like that. And then, like I said, you can also animate this if you want to. So if you want to animate the whole thing, feel free. There's also really cool ones. Yeah. So animating these can be a lot of fun, like I showed you, depending on which one you like. These are basics. And like I said, you can find more examples of Twitch alerts on Canva, on Etsy, on Google search. So hope that was helpful. And like I said, do not put the text on top, because your program that you are using will put the text on for you. So have an amazing day, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.